Yo, what is good, my boys? Yo, Friday, January 29th. We here with another episode of the Radical Souls Podcast. Yo, it's episode 51. I'm Daniel.
Chris.
I'm Ethan. And make sure you check that last episode with the reselling 101. We just started a new wave for us, and make sure you go check that out.
Lots of info in there. Lots of info. That's going to be something we do once a week. You can definitely get some great info in there with us, and we're just going to be talking about just basics of reselling and how we see the market of reselling and, you know, where everything is at during the week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
speaking of markets, thank God we have our boy Chris here, who, is a finance major. He's going to be talking about what's going on in the stock market right now, because that's been insane the last few
Crazy.
Then from there, we're going to transition to some MLB stuff, because we got to talk about Ethan's Mets and why, you know, they stay to be trash.
Thanks.
No problem. From there, we'll transition to NBA. You know, Knicks are playing tonight. Gotta talk our crap as New York fans. You know how it is, Ethan. I'm sorry. You gotta put up with
Talk
us.
about trash. Yeah, you're right.
Wow. And then we'll transition to some NFL news, and we'll talk about more trash, such as the Jets, and maybe they'll finally turn it around by pulling the trigger on the trade. And then, ending on trash, we're going to be talking about the Pro Bowl. So, it's a whole lot of trash, but you know, it's good trash, you feel me? Like, we can make it work. So,
it's recyclable, don't worry.
Exactly. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So, Chris, you want to give a little breakdown for the people of what's going on Robinhood, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade?
So, for those that have been under a rock and haven't been looking at the news or your phone the past like 2 days, obviously GameStop, stocks like GameStop, AMC, Blackberry, Nokia, and even some Bed Bath & Beyond, and even some cryptocurrencies have been quote unquote artificially inflated by an array of Reddit users. I think there's over like 2 million in that group of people that are trading these stocks. And obviously, kind of goes down to like basic finance. The more people trade in the stock, the higher the stock goes up. So these people are buying up shares, you know, thousands at a time. And, you know, it's something called the EPS earnings, or I don't know if it's earnings per share, but there's some sort of math that goes into you buy in more. The more you buy, the higher the stock goes up. It shows, you know, some sort of, how can you say? Like, shows good. Shows that the stock should be going up. There's some sort of math behind that. Not that advanced just yet. But the reason why they were buying into the stock it's kind of petty. It's kind of funny. There's this hedge fund called Melvin Capital that I don't know what the hell they did, that they were going after them. Do you guys know? Because I don't.
I heard what started it was one of the people from there called GameStop, like similar to Radio Shack. Like he kind of compared GameStop to Radio Shack in a dying company way. And somebody said, "Oh, word! Watch what I'm gonna do." And Chris, what did they do?
Yo, they rallied the troops, son. That's pretty much what they did. And literally, like I said, everybody was buying up. And the reason that we're talking about Melvin Capital is because they had a huge short, which pretty much means that they bet against the stock. So the more the stock goes down, the buyers that actually have bought the stock, their money ends up, whatever they're losing goes into their pocket, pretty much. So that's how stocks work. There's an even amount of shares that are out. And the more it goes up, the more people buy, the more money they make. Opposite, there's people that bet against. The more it goes down, those people make money. So Melvin Capital had a huge position in shorting a lot of these stocks, like the Blackberry stock, I know, AMC, which I mean, rightfully, I mean, they're not wrong. We're in the middle of a pandemic. You know, these things aren't going to be around. But Reddit said, nah, fuck all that. So, yeah, pretty much they even had to go ahead and restrict trading yesterday. I know that they restricted trading for Robinhood for a minute, for most of the day, until they got a lot of backlash. And I think around 3 or 4 o'clock, they opened it back up right before the markets closed. So a lot of people can close their positions on those stocks, which is really,
They opened it, and today they just said the restrictions of how many you could buy and stuff. So
And limited, yeah, it's limited quantities, which is complete bullshit. Um, if you talk about, like, not to get into politics or anything, but you talk about we live in America, we got a free market, you should be able to buy and sell what the fuck you want. Like, straight up, no matter if you're left, right, center, it doesn't matter. Like, it shouldn't come down to where a company can restrict you on what you want to, securities you want to buy in the open market. Like, that's bullshit. Because, I mean, it kind of goes back to, I was talking to your cousin about it yesterday, Dan. These companies do this all the time. Like, big companies, big tech companies, big stock companies, big banks, which I work for a bank, and they go, I don't want to speak. I don't want to get myself in any
nah,
trouble. I
yeah.
don't know what my bank does. I'm not on that side of the floor, so I don't know any of this. This is just assumption, for those listening. But a lot of banks and a lot of these hedge funds will buy billions of dollars in stock, inflate the stock, take the monies, and run. And at the end of the day, that leaves out people with pension funds, things like that. Like, leaves them without money. So it happens all the time. So I don't see why the average American could start trading and it's a problem. So I don't know. It's a shakeup. It definitely is. So, and we did find out one thing, like we said, Elon Musk is the Travis Scott of the stock world. Whatever Elon Musk says,
Yo,
it must go up.
that dude said Dogecoin. That shit went from, yo, I kid you not, that shit was under a penny, bro. It was like it was like an eighth of a penny or whatever, like some crazy number like that. And Elon Musk talks about it goes up to 8 cents yesterday. I'm like, wow, that is insanity. This is a meme. This is a coin based on a meme for the people
Yeah.
out there. And he like just got it to go all the way up. Did the same thing with AMC. He commented something about it. He did the same thing with GameStop. Bunch of people started investing in all that stuff, and it's been insanity to watch.
Yeah. And I mean, there's the flip side of it too. A lot of these hedge fund capital places, they run some of the, I'm not saying all. I don't know anything about Melvin Capital, but some of them run pension funds. So when they lose money, average people lose money too on their 401ks and stuff. But it's just the name of the game. I mean, you can't be, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that trade on a daily basis and lose everything they have just putting in one trade. So, I mean, it's just the way the systems work. We can't, if an average person can go in and put in $1,000, make a trade and lose it all in one day, you can't be protecting the pension funds either. That's not the way it should
Oh
be.
yeah, that's
And
wild.
I got a feeling like Robinhood is gonna get sued. Robinhood's gonna face a really big lawsuit. If there's people out there that had, a couple million in that stock and they lost, like I know a lot of people that lost like a lot of money yesterday, just for them restricting them to get out. I mean, that's a lot of lawsuits. But if you're talking about you're gonna tell me that I can't trade, so yeah, that's it's gonna be cool to see kind of what
Yo, and we
evolves.
and we left out a major part too, Chris. While the reason it was shooting out so much, the fact that these hedge funds had to dump in money to buy the stock so it could like
Yeah,
zero themselves out. So it was adding more to the fire, and it's gonna
yeah.
be a crazy mess to watch. So, Ethan, you want to know why we're talking about why the Mets are trash? Your owner's out here, bro. He out here helping all this madness.
Is he
He
really?
is. He
Yeah,
is. Yes. He threw some money to Melvin Capital. So I don't
he's
know.
out here.
Dan knows the specifics.
Yeah,
See
so
that?
let me
Oh
just let me
man,
just
he
share
got him
screen
on
it real
video
quick.
and all that. Oh man.
So he was out here, just complaining about the things with he was getting into it with the bar stools co-owner and stuff. They were talking about how he deserves prison time, and Cole was the founder of Point 72 Capital, which is actually involved with a hedge fund. So he
Yeah.
also knows some people at Robinhood and stuff, and the people that own Robinhood. So he said, yeah, why don't you guys, maybe restrict trading on it? And people found out and said, oh, word, that's what we doing now. So yeah, look at it right here. He then accused Cohen of having a hand in controversial restrictions on trading apps like Robinhood that are hurting novice investors behind the spectacular rally in small stocks like GameStop. Hedge funds have lost billions in a rally by shorting these stocks, including Cohen's Point 72, which is down more than 10%. So your owner's
Yeah.
out here restricting trades, and he's like, yo, I don't want people paying for these City Field tickets at my losses. That's wild.
Yeah,
So
and it's crazy because I know a little bit about Point 72, which is the main source of his funds. That company is straight up a like technologies company. So like they got they have no background in GameStop per se. Like they're investing in technology and AI, BI, business intelligence, artificial intelligence. Like that's their main niche that they get into. So I don't know why the fuck he's talking about GameStop or even involved. Like it's not his lane per se.
We know why. He had mad money in there. He said,
Yeah. I was gonna say he probably had mad money in that short too. So
either just another reason why y'all suck, and it is what it is. You feel me?
It's outside baseball. I'm not even gonna count that. That's just him being him. We're not gonna retaliate on that.
It's just billionaires being billionaires, right?
Exactly. He happened to be the Mets owner.
Speaking of trash owners, let's talk about NBA, and the Knicks. Our trash owner James Dolan out here watching his team be 2-3 games under 500. I'll pull up the standings right now. But Chris, we play Cleveland tonight. Cleveland beat the Nets. How you feel about the Knicks' chances tonight?
I don't know. I feel like Cleveland has been like very inconsistent. Is that easy to say?
Yeah.
So
I mean, we beat Cleveland a few, like once or twice.
Yeah. So
yeah, here's the standings. Knicks are 8-11 right now. Cleveland is 9-9.
How do you guys feel about Brooklyn now that we bring them up?
I mean, they just beat the Hawks in overtime. They won by 4 points, and it took the big three scoring 89 points, and they scored I think like 129.
That is crazy.
With Harden, KD, and Kyrie all playing over 40 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, they're gonna get gassed, bro. By playoff time, it's gonna be the typical Rockets scenario of everybody looking blown out, nobody being able to hit shots, and everybody just burned out. That's my opinion. I don't see them competing with a Philly who's more defensive and they can score. I don't see them. If they got to play Boston first round, that's going to gas them out. Let's say if the playoffs ended today and they're in fourth and Boston's in fifth. That's not a good look either.
Yeah.
Even like the Bucks, the Bucks are pretty inconsistent when it comes to shooting, but like if they can lock you down defensively a little bit, I don't know. I don't know how I'm liking the Nets' chances. And even then, if they make the finals against the Lakers, that bench is going to get killed by the Lakers bench.
That is a fact. So,
Ethan, how you feeling about the Nets?
I feel like every game this far has been close. Either overtime, by a point, barely even beating a team, losing. Like I haven't seen anything spectacular with 3 All-Stars in one team. So I don't like it either.
They beat that 6-12 Miami team like you were talking about with no Jimmy Butler and no Tyler Hero. So if you want to keep at it on, I just wanted to bring up that real quick since you mentioned that.
I agree. Like they haven't had Jimmy for a minute, and then you're barely losing to Duncan Robinson and Bam Adebayo. Like that's all they have.
Thanks.
Chris, how you feel about the Nets? I know you're a little bit on the fence about the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, now that the way it's playing out, you guys were spot on in saying that their bench needs help, man. They don't have any depth at all after getting rid of. We shall see. Maybe they'll keep winning games like this until the end of the season. Until the end of the season where they're completely gassed.
So my incident just had a moment. So you were saying after they traded Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, right? Their depth on the bench is looking bad.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Right. No, because the incident's cutting off and stuff, and my internet's a little shaky right now. Just like the Washington Wizards being a little shaky at 3-11. How you guys want to get into this real quick?
Please.
Yo,
Please.
Free Beal? The Free Beal chance start?
Free Beal is free.
God, yo, poor guy, bro. He is literally putting the team on his back. And
I mean, y'all saw that thing I sent y'all a few days ago that they had on ESPN where he's lost like 10 of his like over 40-point games. It's crazy.
Damn. That has to hurt the soul, though. Like, imagine putting like you got like, yeah, I'm gonna drop fucking 50 tonight, and we're still gonna lose.
So Going back to last season, his highest scoring games have all except one been in an L. Yo, his 60-point game, 55, 53, 247-point games, a 46, a 44, 144 had a W, 242s, a 43, a 41, and a 40.
Get him out of Washington,
Yeah, please.
What team would you like to see him go to, though? I mean, I personally, I think the best team right now is the Thunder because you guys have too many picks to even compete with.
That's true.
That is true.
Apparently, according to source, Lakers and Clippers are very interested in him. Hopefully, none of them get it, but
What I don't understand is how. Like, how they even gonna? I know they got players to swap, but like, how would they even manage to like pull these trades off when they gave up all their picks for players out here? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's.
What do you say, Chris?
I was say, yeah, that's kind of crazy. But you can go ahead.
So they both have so much depth. Like, you could trade Schroeder, you could trade Montrezl Harrell, you could trade Lou Will on the Clippers. Like, they both have so much depth that you could trade these players and they'll take it at this point.
That's true. That's true.
That is true.
But like, they're already on top of the standings. Like,
Yeah, the Clippers imagine 14-5 and the Lakers 14-6. Like, if they were to add Bradley Beal, like, Clippers would be in conversation for the chip, and the Lakers would just take the chip. Like at this point, the Thunder, like I said, I could see that happening with the Thunder. You guys have so much young talent and so many picks to the point where like you guys could give up like 3 picks and a few young players for Bradley Beal, and it wouldn't even hurt you guys at all.
I agree.
Another team I've been seeing a lot is Miami. I know Miami was trying to trade for a star at one point. And they got the cap space to pull it off. You guys think it might be the fix for Miami if they pull that off?
Maybe. I don't know, man. It's crazy how Miami just fell off the face of the earth, man.
They've been dealing with a lot of COVID stuff, though. So that has to help the situation. But, I mean, I get you. If you
That's
have
true.
Bam Adebayo and a few other players who were in the final last year, you guys should be able to pull off some type of wins, especially if you're looking at the Knicks with zero talent pulling it off, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know, man. I guess Jimmy Butler's been out, so Grogic's been in and out. So I don't know. Even though Grogic really doesn't make a difference, but I guess he does make a difference. I don't know.
It makes a difference once every, like, 5 games. Like, he'll have,
Yeah, I was going to say he'll have a good game every here and there, but
Yo, I mean, so we were talking about this before, COVID, since, you know, some of these standings are all over the place because of teams not playing enough games and playing very little games. How you guys feel about, you know, the NBA and COVID? Like, Chris, I know you were talking about the vaccine. You want to just give some background on what you were saying about it?
yeah, I don't know. This may be kind of, how can you say, selfish on one hand for the NBA to do something like this, but like I don't know, be able to get these guys the vaccine. I don't know, too early in the stages.
Yeah, run it back because my shit was just chopping up on me.
Oh, you good? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little too early in the stages for them to like for the actual NBA players to get the vaccine, but maybe starting to bring it in like that, we could less worry about this shit. Which at the end of the day, they're probably not first in line to get the vaccine. Seeing that they're obviously young, healthy men, like they're probably not going to be the first ones to get the vaccine. But, maybe professional sports, if they wanted to continue on without these hiccups, now that the vaccine is out in like over 3 million people, 4 million people, whatever. Well, I think it's even more than that now. There's like tens of millions of people that got the vaccine in their arm. And there hasn't really been any backdraw and people starting to learn about how the vaccine works. So, I mean, it should start getting into some talks about getting the vaccines, at least in my opinion. Because I know a lot of just out of like, how can you say, out of personal knowledge, I know a lot of companies, in order for you to go back to work, you got to get the vaccine. So I don't see why NBA should be any different. And I think it should be considered.
I feel you. Honestly, for me, it comes down to what you say. They're probably not first in line. So I think once, they do all the doctors and all the old people first, and, they got everybody with sicknesses, diseases, and other things first, then the NBA will probably step in and be like, all right, now it's time for us to do this.
Yeah.
But I don't
Hopefully,
know.
I mean,
I don't know how the players would react, low key. Like, because the players, I mean, they've been jersey swapping, dapping up after games and stuff either way, and they're kind of just like, yo, we don't care what you guys say. Like, we're gonna keep doing us.
I mean, that too.
but yeah, they play these good.
Now the internet's back. Jesus Christ, yo. I don't know what's going on with my internet today. Optimum having this moment. So Ethan, you were saying?
Yeah, you're right, man. They play in front of each other for the whole game. Why can't they just that? Makes no sense.
Word. All right, so my internet's good now. Hopefully, let's see what happens. Ethan, you want to talk about the Thunder a little bit, or not much?
I'm just waiting until draft picks and trades at this point.
You think anybody makes the All-Star team? Let's talk about that real quick. Anybody from the Thunder that can make the All-Star team?
I really want Shaw to make the All-Star team, but that's not going to happen. Those West guards are too stacked.
Word. So, Ethan, give a little breakdown of the All-Star games. I know you did the research a little bit before this, so.
Yeah, so currently they're doing the votes now. They're going to do it until next month. They're planning to do an All-Star game in Atlanta in March, but they haven't confirmed it. They got to do a vote in, see how they're going to construct it, and the whole nine. But they're planning to do it in March. Hopefully they do. If not, they're going to figure out some other way to just congratulate them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird year, man. They're gonna have to just wait and see how this goes for the next 2 weeks, especially when you got COVID outbreaks all over teams. You got All-Stars who will potentially be on the All-Star team who have COVID. So I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna pull that off unless they do because I know they only released part of their schedule, right? They didn't release the full schedule yet.
No.
Yeah, so I mean,
No.
worst case, they might say like, "Yo, let's quarantine for 2 weeks in Disney, or maybe a week, play the All-Star game, and then we'll come back and play the games. Maybe extend the season by a week, maybe just maybe. I don't know how they set it up, especially since I'm hearing the Olympics might be canceled this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they're not gonna have the Olympics, the season kind of stretch on a little bit more. So that's something they can maybe do.
I mean, supposedly they don't really got people that want to play in the Olympics. Like they got Joe Johnson wanting to play, but they don't have stars really want to play this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird year, man. It is what it is. We're gonna have to just wait and see if there's an All-Star game. I mean, no one's gonna be surprised if there is. Cool, good looks. As long as you don't do what the NFL is doing with the Pro Bowl, I really don't care. Which let's get into that a little bit.
Man.
Yo, Ethan, what are they doing with the Pro Bowl?
Bro, they're playing Madden 21 like we do at home, playing the PlayStation. They're doing the Pro Bowl just like that. They're just adding the players inside of it. The ones that made it.
Yo, killing me with this.
That is damn near disrespectful, don't y'all think? Imagine being it's your second, third year, you finally make the Pro Bowl, you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out there, get my jersey, have a good time in Hawaii. Sit at your house and play fucking 2K. Or play fucking Madden, my bad. Could you imagine the disrespect? How bad? I mean, maybe these guys don't give a shit, but I would give a shit. I'm sorry. I would care. That's an accomplishment. Imagine you're down the line, oh, he's a 8-year Pro Bowler, he's like that. He still has the accolades, but it's fuck, bro, I never got to experience it.
Or even the people that might play the Pro Bowl for this one time only.
Or that. Guys that only make it this year. Poor guys.
I'm sorry, but Evan Ingram did not deserve to be in that Pro Bowl, but I feel like it would be his only year that he does.
Joe, Evan Ingram's like that, all right?
This year he was not like that.
Nah,
as a tight end, they had better choices.
It was a Pro Bowl dropping the balls, my nigga. That was all he was really good for.
Whoa. So, nah. But talking about the Giants, did you guys see that the Giants front office brought in Eli Manning? That there might be a little bit of a reunion, him at a coaching job?
Yeah, how you feel about that, Chris?
I hope he stays the fuck away from the Giants. I know he's the two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, but nah, dog. I feel like he is bad dope. That skill, whatever he had, gone. That is done.
He could teach Daniel Jones, Could be the
Oh man.
next up,
Ooh, no. Hopefully he don't teach nothing to Daniel Jones. So I saw that in the corner of my computer and I was upset, dog. I was like, please don't tell me they're gonna bring him in as an advisor or whatever the hell
Oh
they
man.
want to do.
After
So
seeing what happened with Peyton Manning and the Jets, yo, keep every Manning away from New York, dog. If they said Peyton
yeah.
Manning that we got Adam Gase, yo, keep Eli away because he might
what's
end
crazy
around and
What's crazy is they're thinking about carving him like a role, like, not in a non-existent role. So it'd be something like that. He'd be like a consultant advisor to whatever the fuck they want. Probably Daniel Jones in the offense. So hopefully not. I'm not very excited. I'm pretty sure nobody that likes the Giants is excited about this. So
only the true like Eli lovers will be like, yeah, bring him back, of course, because it's Eli. But like after seeing his last few years with weapons, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I would want him anywhere around Daniel Jones. Was already a turnover machine, and Eli Manning was kind of a forced turnover machine towards the end too. So
that is a fact. So no, thanks, but no thanks, my friend. Gosh.
All right, Jesus Christ, yo, Optimum is doing
There you go.
dirty.
There you go. There you go.
Oh man, speaking of doing me dirty, let's talk about the Jets, yo. It's official. Deshaun Watson wants out. You know me, I want Deshaun Watson. Ethan remembers when he was in Clemson, I said I want to draft Deshaun Watson, and the Jets didn't do it. They drafted Jamal Adams. Look how that went. Blitz Boy ended up being a Seahawk. We got picked, so maybe we could do right and trade for Deshaun Watson. What you guys think about that? How would you guys feel if the Jets were to go for Deshaun Watson?
It's gonna make a difference.
Wow.
I mean, is it gonna make a difference?
Of course, it's Deshaun Watson.
Look at him with the Texans now. You pretty much got the same team. It's just gonna be swapped. He's just gonna be.
Allen Robinson been throwing out subliminals like crazy, yo. Like this dude looks like.
If you guys get Allen Robinson, then you'll have a shot. But nah, bro. If he goes, he's gonna do the same shit he was doing in Texas, just in New York, and he's probably gonna get criticized 20 times more because he's in New York. So, my opinion. And I mean, it'd be the same if he went to the Giants. So it's nothing against the Jets, okay?
Ethan?
I think I like better is the pass protection because he used to get eaten up in the Texans. I really like the Jets pass protection when it comes to it. Other than that, yeah, you guys need weapons before we can even say Watson's gonna be the truth over there. But if you guys do get him, then you can draft. Depending if the second pick is like you keep it.
The second pick's gonna be thrown in there for sure. Like
okay, then I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They should just call people up now and trade that pick now, try to get more picks out of it, and they could trade, let's say, the 4 pick with the Falcons, who might need a quarterback. Like they could trade that pick, get some picks out of the Falcons, and use it in any trade for Deshaun Watson. But Deshaun Watson has a no trade clause, so the Jets should use that as much leverage as they can to not have to give up too much. I'm gonna be like, yo, he gonna sit out. Like let's not play that. We know he might sit out. Y'all should just get rid of him while y'all can. We'll give you Sam Darnold. He can replace him. He's only here for like a year for y'all, maybe 2 years if y'all want. Take some picks and everybody's happy. And the Jets are not the same old Jets. All right, we got whole new coaching. Y'all gotta stop talking bad about the Jets like it's Adam Gase out here. It's not Adam Gase. It's new coaching, so we gotta see what happens before we start making these assumptions of wow, he's getting his pillow. He's taking the pillow out.
Cool, are you done? You know what the Jets talk? All right. Damn, that was restful. All right, we were saying though.
Nah, the only reason I'm saying Jets is because the Dolphins are also involved in these trade talks. Because if I'm the Jets, I'm not letting that happen. Because I'm not trying to play Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, and whoever the Patriots get their hands on. I'm not trying to do that. Imagine like Bill Belichick just for whatever reason says, "Yo, let's go get Jameis Winston." Like Jameis Winston got a cannon of an arm. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not trying to see those people 8 times a year. Like no. Is it 8? No, 6. My fault. So that's not a good look. You need to get Deshaun Watson. Do not let him be in Miami. Like Miami was good enough with Tua and Fitzmagic. Imagine to get Deshaun. Like they're gonna kill us. Then you got.
But like at the same time, why would they need Deshaun Watson if they have Tua? Like, what's the need for that? I guess my question would be.
Because it's Deshaun Watson. It puts you in win now mode so much more.
Obviously, the Texans, they weren't winning now.
At Ford. The Texans gave up D-Hop. If they don't give up D-Hop, that's like a borderline 500 team. And they got David Johnson out of it. Like, that was going to help him any way, shape, or form. Like, he's used goods. He's like Mark Ingram. They're both used goods at this point. Like, they're good for, like, locker room presence. Other than that, no. So, yeah, look what they did with the coaching hire for the Texans. They ended up getting, like, the assistant coach or assistant, like, coordinator for the Ravens. I'm like, or offensive coordinator. Was it offensive coordinator? Yeah, offensive coordinator. Yeah. For one of the worst passing offenses in the league. I'm like, wow. Good looks. This dude is out. Which apparently he was already wanted out before the coaching hire, which everybody knew, but they weren't waiting for him to make it official. I don't know. What other teams you guys think might be able to pull that trigger? The Colts, maybe?
Colts. I mean, the Lions now officially got rid of Stafford. Maybe they're looking for a quarterback.
You think Deshaun Watson will be the first, like, domino in a sense to fall before, like, you know, Sam Darnold gets moved, before you see Stafford get moved?
Just because now he said he's open, I want to say yes. But, like, what do you trade for him? Like, you have to give up major pieces just to get him.
That's a fact.
I mean, like I said, if the teams are smart, I'm using that no trade clause as much leverage as I can. I'm going to be like, yo, like, if he don't want to come, like, he don't want to go nowhere else. If he wants to come here, it's here. And this is it. He could sit out. He's still getting guaranteed money. I don't think he's going to care about sitting out until y'all trade him. Like, y'all could take that risk, though. Who am I? And I'll just walk out and just leave it like that. But, you know, let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting football offseason for crazy reasons. We don't even know. We're counting teams out like crazy. Like the Patriots, God knows what they can pull off. Like the Patriots always find a way to pull some crazy-ish off.
I mean, looking at this year, this offseason, Drew Brees might retire. We don't know what the hell Aaron Rodgers is doing. Too many offseason pieces. Phillip Rivers retired. Like, there's so many players for quarterbacks now that they need. So anything can happen this year, I feel like.
Matt Ryan looking like complete, utter trash.
They want to trade him. Carson Wentz. Like, there's way too many teams that need quarterbacks per se.
Facts.
Chris, you think the Giants need a quarterback?
They do, but it's too early. It's too early to be making big moves like that. You got to give old boy, how can you say, some sort of time to develop, even though he's had 2 years. But you know what I'm saying? Can't get him out in 2 years. Like, what kind of organization would do that?
A few.
You got to at least. I think you got to give a guy at least like 3 or 4 years out of the draft. If you're taking him number one, if you're taking him in your first round, you got to give him at least 3 years. And if he's utter complete like trash, I get it. After the second year, he's gone. But I don't know. Daniel Jones isn't complete trash. He can't hold on to the ball, but you know, he can throw at least.
Yeah, to the other team.
No, could be worse. Could be Sam Darnold. So.
Hey, Sam Darnold be unhealthy to even touch the field. So at least I'm mad that he can't stay healthy. They'll have him throw picks, like, and fumble the ball. I'll take that any day.
Yeah, so I give him another year, maybe 2. We shall see.
Ethan, what do the Bengals do, yo? Well, what are you guys gonna do? Because I know Joe Burrow's injured. That's the obvious thing. But do you guys go out and maybe get like a Cam Newton for a year, or Jameis Winston for a year, or somebody for a year, just to be on the safe side? Because you're not even letting me finish, bro. Like,
no, we don't need a quarterback. We got Joe Burrow. We're good. We need an O-line. That's what we need. We need protection. We need him to save his knees. Like, this is getting out of hand. It's only his first year. We're not giving him any protection.
But you got all right. So my thing is, I think you guys need a quarterback in the sense of developing the pieces that are going to go around Joe Burrow. Because if you have a trash quarterback, that's not going to help the offensive line at all. It won't help T. Higgins at all.
I mean, the one we had, he wasn't bad. I think Brandon Allen, he was killing the Steelers that one game. I mean, he's not totally horrible, but to sign a quarterback, I don't think we should do that.
Not even a Gardner Minshew for a year.
Nah, I don't want the stash man. I don't want.
Looked up huh? Who?
Who? Yeah,
we're good. We're good on quarterbacks. We'll save Joe Burrow. We're fine.
What about let me think. I'm trying to think of somebody decent at least for you because I'm blinking now. You feel me? Not even a Jacoby Brissett for a year.
Nope.
Damn. So you just want
we want Joe Burrow.
I get that, but just for a year to develop people, because you don't want people to not get developed, and then Joe Burrow comes back and you guys are the same Bengals, and Joe Burrow just lost a whole year, maybe two, because he's he tore up his whole knee towards the end of the year.
But say we do sign somebody and they actually play really good, and we gotta either pay them more money or
Good for you, my boy. Go sign with another team. Thank you for your services. Shout out to you.
Our draft pick is gonna be 20th. We don't need that. We need our first pick. We need top 5 picks.
So you want to take a Tyrod Taylor just to get you out of close to 500?
No, we've seen what he did with the Chargers for 2 games.
He got a collapsed lung. That's not his fault.
I'm saying before that.
They poked the man's lung. They literally
And then with the Browns, he played with the Browns before Baker Mayfield and got an injury too. This poor dude can't catch a break.
Could you imagine? Pause though. Could you imagine the guy that punctured his lung? Do you think he still has a job?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
If he still has a job, that's as bad as letting Robinhood get away with murder.
Oh,
I mean, the Chargers was probably all right, Justin Herbert's doing pretty good. Maybe this is good luck. Maybe we should keep him.
Wow.
Knowing these organizations,
Yeah, we know the top of these organizations, the owners and stuff, be some scumbags. But
exactly,
what can you do about it?
Look at Robert Kraft.
Oh man, let's not even get started on that. It's just less than a minute. But next week Super Bowl week, we're just gonna be talking straight Super Bowl NBA stuff as always, and we're gonna see what happens in the world of baseball and just the world around us, because who knows how much GameStop gonna be worth next week. So
$1,000
or whatever BS stock they start
Elon
talking
Musk
about.
talks about.
Yeah, I was gonna hear Elon Musk starts talking about. So sounds good with me.
Hop on that Elon Musk Twitter, follow him, and make sure to watch his stocks. Until then, guys, peace out.
Peace.